The night was quiet on the human space outpost. Only the soft hum of machines filled the air. Most workers had gone to rest, but one man stayed awake. His name was Dr. Adam. He was a young doctor, not very famous, not very strong, but kind at heart. Adam sat in his small medical room reading old reports. He was tired. His eyes hurt, but he could not sleep. Outside the window, the stars shone like diamonds. The universe felt endless, and Adam often wondered if humans were really alone out here. Then everything changed. A sudden alarm broke the silence. Red lights flashed on the wall. The ground shook for a second, and Adam heard a loud crash outside the base. It was like thunder in space, sharp and terrifying. He ran to the window. In the distance, something was burning on the rocky ground. Smoke rose into the sky, glowing with fire. It was a ship, but not a human one. Its shape was strange, curved like a wing, and silver light flickered from broken parts. Adam's heart raced. He knew this was dangerous. The rules were clear: never approach alien wreckage alone. But something inside him pushed him forward. Grabbing his medical bag, he rushed outside. The cold air hit his face. The smell of smoke filled his lungs. Step by step, he moved closer to the crash site. The ship groaned like a dying animal, sparks flying from its wounds. Then he saw them. 2 figures lay on the ground. One was small, barely breathing. The other knelt beside her, holding her close. Their skin was pale, but not human pale. It glowed faintly like the moonlight. Their hair was long, silver white, moving in the wind. The taller one looked up. Her eyes met Adam's. They were bright, like shining amber, filled with fear and hope at the same time. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Her voice trembled as she cried out, "Please, please help her. She's all I have." Adam froze. His heart pounded. An alien asking him for help. He stepped closer, slowly, carefully. The smaller figure in her arms was a girl, maybe a child. Her skin was cracked with strange glowing lines. Her breathing was shallow, weak. She looked like she was slipping away. The woman clutched the girl tighter. "You are a healer, yes? Human healer? Please, save her." Adam's hands shook. His mind raced. This was impossible. He had never treated an alien before. He didn't know their biology, their blood, their heart. One mistake could kill her. But then he looked into the woman's eyes again. They were full of pain and desperation. He saw not an alien, but a sister trying to save her only family. Adam knelt beside them and opened his medical bag. I will try," he said softly. The woman whispered something in a language Adam could not understand, then quickly switched back. Thank you, human." Adam placed his scanner over the girl's chest. The machine beeped, confused. The readings made no sense. Her blood shone faint blue. Her heartbeat was slow, but not like any human rhythm. He pressed his ear close, listening. The girl let out a soft cry, almost like a whisper. Her hand twitched, reaching weakly. Adam turned to the woman. "She is very weak. If we don't act soon, she will—" He stopped. He didn't want to say the word. The woman's eyes widened. She grabbed his arm with surprising strength. "No, she cannot die. She is the last. Please, do something." Adam swallowed hard. His training told him this was impossible. His heart told him he had to try. He tried basic methods first: oxygen, stabilizers, small injections. None of it worked. The girl's breathing grew weaker. Her glow dimmed. The woman shook her head, crying. Human ways will not save her. There is another way. Adam looked at her. What way? She stared at him with fierce eyes. A dangerous way, but it is the only chance. Adam felt the weight of the moment. The girl's breaths were growing slower, fading like the last flame of a candle. He could almost hear time running out. The woman leaned closer, whispering with urgency. I can show you. But if you do this, it will change you forever. Adam's hand froze above his tools. Change him forever? What did she mean? Before he could ask, the girl gasped. Her body jerked weakly. Her skin lines glowed dim, almost gone. She was slipping away fast. The woman screamed, shaking her gently. No, stay with me. Please. Adam felt the pressure closing in. His chest tightened. He had seconds to decide. If he refused, the girl would die and the woman's cries would echo in his mind forever. If he agreed, he was stepping into the unknown, into something no human had ever done before. The fire from the wreck crackled louder, as if the universe itself was waiting for his choice. Adam clenched his jaw, sweat on his forehead. His voice shook as he said, "Tell me what I need to do." The woman's amber eyes filled with both relief and fear. She whispered, almost trembling, "You must share your life with hers. Only a human can endure it." Adam's heart skipped a beat. Share his life? What did that mean? Before he could think more, the girl's breath broke into silence. Her chest stopped moving. The night air froze. Adam stared in horror, realizing he was already too late. Unless he trusted the woman's dangerous way, the screen faded to black. The alien girl lay still, her chest not moving. Adam's heart dropped. He pressed his fingers against her neck, searching for a pulse. Faint, almost gone. He had seen death many times in his work, but this was different. This was not just a patient. This was the last hope of someone who had begged him with all her soul. The alien woman clutched the girl tighter, her voice breaking. "Please, do something. She cannot die." Adam shook his head, panic in his eyes. "I tried. I don't know her body. I don't know how to save her." The woman's grip on him was iron. Her amber eyes burned with desperation. "There is a way. Not human way, not your medicine. But it will work." Adam's chest tightened. He looked at the dying girl, then back at the woman. "What way? Tell me." The woman leaned close, whispering as if afraid the universe itself might hear. "You must give her part of your life." Adam froze. "What do you mean?" The woman's hands trembled as she held her sister. "Our bodies are weak now. Hers is fading. But humans." She stared at him. "Humans endure. Humans adapt. If you give her part of your strength, she will live. She will survive." Adam's blood ran cold. "That sounds impossible." Her voice shook with fury and sorrow. "It is the only chance." "She is not just my sister. She is the last heir of my people. If she dies, everything dies with her." Adam stared at the girl's face. Her eyelids fluttered, her skin glowing faintly with strange cracks of light. She looked so fragile, so young. Maybe 10, maybe 12. He could not let her die without trying, but a voice inside him whispered, "What if this kills me? What if I give too much?" The woman pressed her forehead to his, a gesture of pleading. "Please, human, I beg you, take my life if you want. Take anything. Just save her. She is all I have." Adam felt his throat tighten. He had never seen such raw desperation, not even from humans. She was willing to give everything for her sister. He took a deep breath. "If I do this, what happens to me?" The woman's lips trembled. She hesitated. Then she said softly, "You will not be the same. You may never be only human again. But you will live. You are strong enough." Her words echoed in his mind. Never be human again. He thought about Earth, about his home far away. He thought about the loneliness he felt every night, staring at the stars, wondering if humans were truly special. Maybe this was his answer. Maybe this was fate. Adam clenched his fists. He had made his decision. "Tell me what I need to do." The woman's eyes widened with relief and tears streamed down her face. She quickly pulled a glowing crystal from her belt. It pulsed with blue light. This will connect you to her. It will open a bond. But it is dangerous. If your spirit is weak, you will die. If it is strong, she will live." Adam swallowed hard. His hands trembled as he touched the crystal. The surface was warm, alive, almost like it had a heartbeat. He looked down at the alien girl who seemed more like a sleeping child than a stranger. Her small hand rested against her chest, weak and fragile. "I'm here," Adam whispered. "I'll try." The woman placed the crystal against the girl's chest, then pressed Adam's hand over it. The crystal glowed brighter, humming with strange energy. At first, Adam felt nothing. Then suddenly, it was as if fire entered his veins. His body shook. His heart pounded like a drum. His vision blurred, filled with streaks of blue and silver. He gasped. What is happening?" The woman gripped his shoulders. "Do not fight it. Let the bond flow. Give her your life, but not all of it. Control it." Adam's scream tore through the night as energy ripped from him. He felt part of himself leaving, flowing into the girl. His chest burned, his skin tingled, his thoughts swirled. For a moment he saw visions, memories that were not his. A tall city of crystal towers, a world covered in silver forests, children laughing under alien skies, and then fire, war, screams. He stumbled, nearly falling, but the woman held him steady. "Stay strong, human. Stay strong." The girl's body began to glow. Her chest rose slowly, then again. Breath returned. Her small fingers twitched. The light spread across her veins, filling her with life. Adam's vision dimmed. His knees buckled. He felt cold, empty, as if a piece of his soul had been cut away, but then he felt something new, a spark inside him. His wounds from the crash, small cuts on his arms, closed in seconds. His breath steadied. His body felt stronger. The girl opened her eyes. They glowed with soft silver light. She looked at Adam, her lips parting in a whisper. Human. Adam's chest tightened. He had done it. He had saved her. The woman sobbed with joy, pulling her sister close. She looked at Adam with wonder and gratitude. You shared your life. You are bound now. She will live. Because of you. Adam staggered back, holding his chest. The crystal crumbled into dust in his hand. He could feel the connection like a string tying his heart to the girl's. But before he could speak, a sound cut through the air. A sharp hum. Engines. Adam's head snapped up. In the sky above, dark shapes appeared. Large ships, armed and menacing, descending slowly. Searchlights cut across the ground. The woman's face went pale. Her eyes filled with dread. She whispered in fear, "They have found us." Adam's heart sank. Whoever they were coming, and he was no longer just a human doctor. He was part of something far greater and far more dangerous. The screen fades to black. The night air was heavy. The alien woman held her sister close, but her eyes stayed locked on the sky. The dark enemy ships circled like vultures above. Their searchlights swept across the ground, growing nearer every second. Adam felt his heart pound. His hands were still shaking from what had just happened. The bond, the energy, the visions. His body felt strange, stronger, but not his own. A part of him was missing, and yet something new had awakened inside. The alien girl stirred weakly in her sister's arms. Her silver eyes opened halfway, and she whispered something in a faint voice. Adam did not understand the words, but the meaning pierced his mind as if carried by the bond. She was thanking him. Adam blinked in shock. He hadn't just healed her, he could feel her. A thread connected them, invisible yet real, tying his soul to hers. The alien woman pressed her forehead against the girl's. Relief washed over her face, but only for a moment. Then her eyes hardened again. She looked at Adam. "You saved her," she said, her voice strong. "But she is still weak. Without the cure, she will not last." Adam frowned. His voice was hoarse. "The cure? Wasn't this it? I gave her my life, my strength. She's breathing again." The woman shook her head. "No, what you gave was only a spark. Enough to keep her alive, but her body is broken. The bond can hold her for a short time, but not forever." Adam felt the weight of her words settle like stone on his chest. "Then what do we do?" The woman's amber eyes glowed in the dark. "There is a way, a cure. But it is dangerous for her and for you." Adam's breath caught. Dangerous, of course. Everything about this night had been dangerous. Still, he couldn't stop now. He had already risked his life. He had already changed. "Tell me," he said. The woman lifted her hand and pointed toward the wreckage of her ship. Amid the broken metal and fire, Adam saw something glowing. A sphere, cracked but still alive, pulsing with silver light. "That is our core," she explained. "It holds the lifeblood of my people. With it, we heal our wounded. But it is unstable, broken. If we use it on her, it could save her, or destroy her completely." Adam swallowed hard. His throat felt dry.
"And me?"
She met his gaze. "You are bound to her now. Whatever she suffers, you will suffer. If she burns, you burn. If she heals, you may heal too." Adam's chest tightened. He thought of the girl's fragile body, her faint breathing. If he did nothing, she would die. If he tried the cure, they both might. The alien woman touched his shoulder. "Only humans can endure this. That is why I begged you. No other being could carry the pain." Adam stared at the glowing sphere. He remembered Earth's history, the old books he had read, the stories of humans surviving fire, famine, war, and endless struggle. Was this any different? Humans had always adapted, always found a way. Maybe this was why fate had brought him here. He nodded slowly. "We try the cure." The woman's lips trembled. For the first time, her eyes softened with hope. "Then come, quickly." They hurried to the wreckage. The girl's breathing grew weaker in her sister's arms, each breath a battle. Adam felt it too, through the bond, her fading strength pulling at his own. His knees nearly buckled with every step. When they reached the core, the woman knelt and placed the girl gently on the ground. She held her close, then looked at Adam. You must place your hand on the core with hers. Your bond will guide the energy. You must control it. Too much, and it will consume you both. Adam looked at the glowing sphere. It pulsed like a living heart, cracks running through its surface. Power hummed in the air around it, sharp and dangerous. He knelt beside the girl. Her silver eyes fluttered open, weak but aware. She looked at him, her small hand reaching out. He took it gently, his chest tightening. I won't let you go, Adam whispered. Together, they placed their hands on the core. The world exploded. Silver light burst from the sphere, wrapping around them in a storm of energy. Adam's body arched in pain as fire tore through his veins. The girl screamed, her voice like breaking glass. Their bond flared, dragging him deeper into her suffering. Visions flooded his mind again. He saw the girl's memories, her laughter under alien trees, her tears when her world burned, her fear as soldiers hunted them. He felt her pain, her loneliness, her hope. He gritted his teeth. Stay with me, he shouted, his voice breaking. The woman cried out, holding them steady as the storm raged. Control it, human. Balance the flow. Give her your strength, but do not lose yourself. Adam fought to breathe. His skin burned, glowing with the same cracks as the girl's. His heart felt like it would explode. But then he felt something else, the girl's strength, flowing back into him. Their bond was not one way. She was giving him something too, her life, her spirit. Together they balanced the storm. The energy poured into her broken body, knitting her wounds, filling her with light. Adam felt his own pain ease, replaced with a strange power humming deep inside. At last, the storm faded. The core went dark, shattering into dust. Silence, Adam collapsed, gasping. His vision swam. For a terrifying moment, he thought they had failed. Then the girl sat up. Her eyes glowed bright silver. Her skin was smooth, the cracks gone. She breathed deeply, strongly, life flowing through her veins. The woman wept with joy, pulling her sister into her arms. She looked at Adam in awe. You have done the impossible. She is cured. Adam sat trembling, his hands still glowing faintly. His cuts and bruises were gone. His body felt strange, alive in a new way. But before relief could settle, a deep rumble shook the ground. The enemy ships were landing. Heavy boots thundered on the rocks. Shadows moved in the searchlights. The woman's face turned pale. She whispered to Adam, They are here. They will not stop until she is dead. Adam stood, his chest still glowing faintly. For the first time, he did not feel weak. He felt ready, the bond had changed him. And he was about to find out how much. The screen fades to black. The ground shook as enemy ships landed on the rocky plain. Searchlights cut across the smoke, and the sound of heavy boots echoed in the night. Shadows of armored soldiers moved closer. Their weapons glowed with cruel red light. Adam stood frozen for a moment, his chest still glowing faintly from the cure. His breath came fast, his mind spinning. He felt different, stronger, sharper, but he didn't know what that meant. The alien girl clung to her sister, eyes wide with fear. The woman looked at Adam, her voice low but firm. They are here for her. They will not stop. If they take her, all hope ends. Adam's jaw tightened. He looked at the girl, then at the soldiers drawing closer. He remembered her faint voice thanking him, her fragile hand reaching for his. Now she was alive because of him. He could feel her heartbeat through the bond, quick and frightened. He whispered to himself, I won't let them take you. The first soldiers came into view. Tall, armored, their faces hidden behind black helmets. Their steps were heavy, confident, like hunters closing in on prey. One of them raised a scanner. The red beam swept over the wreckage, then stopped on the girl. There, the soldier barked. The air is alive. Capture her. The alien woman pulled her sister close, shielding her with her own body. Adam stepped forward, his hands shaking. He had no weapons, no armor, but the strange power inside him hummed like a storm waiting to break. The soldier pointed his weapon at Adam. Step aside, human. She is not yours. Adam felt the girl's fear hit him like a wave through the bond. His own fear rose with it, but something stronger pushed back. Anger. A fire lit inside his chest. He clenched his fists. No, he said. His voice was steady, stronger than he expected. You'll have to go through me. The soldier laughed, a cold, metallic sound. Foolish creature, he fired. A bolt of red energy shot toward Adam, faster than an arrow. Instinct took over. Adam raised his hand and the bolt stopped. It froze in the air, glowing inches from his palm, humming with deadly force. Adam's eyes widened. He didn't understand how, but his body moved on its own. With a shout, he pushed the bolt aside. It shot into the ground, exploding in sparks. The soldiers stepped back in shock. Adam looked down at his own hand, glowing faintly with silver light, the same as the girl's veins. His chest tightened. This is real. I can do this. The woman stared at him in disbelief. You are bound. Her power flows in you. The girl's voice was soft but clear. He is like me now. The soldiers roared and charged. Adam raised both hands, his instincts guiding him. Energy rippled from his chest, forming a barrier of light. The first soldier slammed into it and was thrown back, armor sparking. Adam gasped. His body trembled with the strain, but he felt alive, more alive than ever. One soldier swung a blade of red plasma at him. Adam caught it with his bare hand. The blade sizzled against his palm, but instead of burning, the energy flowed into him, feeding the storm inside. With a shout, he shoved the soldier back, sending him crashing into the dirt. The alien woman's eyes widened with awe. You fight like one of us. Adam's chest heaved, sweat dripping from his forehead. He didn't feel like himself anymore. His senses were sharper. Every movement of the soldiers, every sound of their armor, every breath of the girl behind him. He felt it all through the bond, but more soldiers kept coming. 10-20 surrounding them. The woman drew a blade from her belt, glowing silver. She stood beside Adam, ready to fight. Protect her, she cried. Do not let them take her. Adam nodded, setting his feet. For once in his life, he wasn't just a doctor. He wasn't just a human watching others suffer. He was part of something greater. The battle began. Energy bolts filled the air. Adam dodged, his movements faster than he thought possible. His body reacted before his mind. He deflected blasts with glowing shields, struck soldiers with bursts of light, and felt the girl's strength pulse through him each time he faltered. The woman fought like a storm, her blade cutting through armor, her eyes burning with fury. Together, she and Adam held the line, but the soldiers did not fear death. They kept coming, wave after wave, their commander shouting orders from behind. Adam's arms ached, his body shaking. Each use of the bond drained him, yet the girl's energy kept pulling him back from collapse. He could feel her inside him, fragile but strong in spirit, pushing him to fight. Then a deep voice cut through the chaos. Enough. The soldiers froze. The air grew heavy. From the largest ship, a figure emerged. He was twice the size of the others, his armor black and gold, his eyes glowing like fire. The ground seemed to tremble as he stepped forward. In his hand was a massive weapon crackling with energy. The alien woman's face went pale. She whispered with dread, "The commander." The soldiers parted, bowing their heads as he approached. His voice was cold, cruel. "So, the air lives, and a human protects her?" He chuckled darkly. "Interesting. Let us see how long you last." Adam's chest burned with fear, but he stood firm. His fists glowed with silver light. He looked at the girl who clung to her sister's arm. Her silver eyes locked on him with trust. He would not run. Not now. The commander raised his weapon, aiming at Adam. The storm inside Adam roared, ready to break free. The screen fades to black. The battlefield was silent for a moment. Smoke drifted across the rocky ground, glowing faintly in the searchlights. The commander stood tall, his weapon crackling with power. His soldiers waited behind him, their heads bowed, their armor shining with red light. Adam's chest rose and fell quickly. His hand still glowed faintly, silver light sparking around his fingers. He could feel the bond with the alien girl pulsing stronger than before. Every beat of her heart echoed inside him, every breath she took feeding him with strength. The alien woman held her sister close, her silver blade trembling in her hand. Her eyes never left the commander. He stepped forward, his deep voice rumbling like thunder. "You fight well for a human," he said, his tone mocking. "But you are nothing more than a fool standing in the way of history." Adam clenched his fists. His voice was hoarse but steady. "She's just a child. Why do you want her dead?" The commander's laughter shook the air. "A child? You truly do not know, do you?" His burning eyes turned toward the girl. "That is no ordinary child. She is the last of her bloodline. If she lives, my empire cannot rise. If she dies, her people vanish forever." The girl hid her face in her sister's shoulder, trembling. Adam felt her fear rush into him through the bond, sharp and painful. He tightened his stance, anger rising inside him. The woman shouted back, her voice fierce and shaking. "You will not touch her. She is the rightful heir." Adam's head snapped toward her. "Heir?" The woman's amber eyes met his. Tears glistened there, but her voice was strong. "Yes, she is not only my sister. She is the last princess of our house, the last heir of a broken throne." Adam's heart stopped for a moment. "A princess?" The woman continued, her voice trembling. "Our world, our kingdom, was destroyed. Fire rained from the skies. Our people were hunted, slaughtered. Only she survived. Only her blood carries the power to reclaim what was lost." The commander's voice cut like a blade. "And that is why she must die. As long as she lives, rebellion lives. As long as she breathes, my empire will never be secure." The truth slammed into Adam like a storm. The girl he had saved, the girl whose life was bound to his, was not just anyone. She was the key to a war that stretched far beyond anything he could imagine. The woman held her sister tighter. "I swore I would protect her with my life. But now," she looked at Adam. "Now you are part of this. You are bound to her. Her fate is your fate." Adam's breath caught. He looked at the girl who peeked out with wide silver eyes. She was so young, so fragile, yet soldiers, armies, and empires wanted her dead. He felt her fear. But beneath it he felt something else. A spark of courage, small but growing. The commander raised his weapon, pointing it directly at Adam. "Step aside, human. You do not understand the weight of what you protect. Save yourself. Give her to me and I will let you live." Adam's chest burned with anger. His voice was low but firm. "I'm a doctor. My duty is to save lives, not give them away. You want her? You'll have to kill me first." The soldiers stirred, but the commander raised his hand, stopping them. His burning eyes locked on Adam. "Very well. You wish to stand with her? Then you will share her fate." He thrust his weapon forward and a blast of crimson energy shot at Adam like lightning. Adam raised his hand instinctively. The bond surged. Silver light exploded from his palm, colliding with the crimson blast. The ground shook as the two forces clashed, sparks flying in every direction. Adam gritted his teeth, his body trembling under the pressure. The woman cried out. "Adam, hold on." The girl's voice whispered in his mind through the bond. "Do not give up. I am with you." Her strength flowed into him, steadying his arms. Adam roared, pushing the crimson energy back. The blast shattered in the air, exploding into sparks. Silence followed. Even the soldiers stepped back in shock. The commander tilted his head, his voice low. "Interesting. The bond has made you stronger. Perhaps strong enough to be dangerous," he smirked. "But power does not save you. Power only delays death." He lifted his weapon again, but this time the woman stepped forward. Her blade shone brightly, silver light dancing across the battlefield. "You will not have her," she said, her voice shaking but unyielding. "Not while I still breathe." The commander laughed darkly. "Then you will die first." Adam moved beside her, his fists glowing with silver light. For the first time he stood not as a frightened human, but as something more, something stronger. The soldiers closed in, surrounding them again. The girl clung to her sister's arm, her silver eyes shining. Adam felt her presence in his mind, her courage feeding his own. He whispered to her without speaking, "I'll protect you." "Whatever it takes." The commander lowered his weapon, smiling cruelly. "Then let us see how much a human life is worth." The soldiers charged. The screen fades to black. The enemy soldiers closed in, their red weapons glowing in the dark. The ground shook with every step of their armored boots. Smoke from the wreckage twisted in the air, making the battlefield feel like a nightmare. Adam stood side by side with the alien woman. His fists still glowed faint silver, the bond humming inside him like a living fire. Behind him, the girl clung to her sister's cloak, her silver eyes wide with fear. The alien woman whispered urgently, "Take her and run." "I will fight them. You are human. You still have a chance to live." Adam turned his head sharply. "No." His voice was steady, sharper than before. "I'm not leaving her." "I'm not leaving either of you." The woman's eyes widened. "You don't understand. They want her bloodline destroyed. They will stop at nothing. If you stay, you die." Adam clenched his fists tighter, light flickering from his skin. "Then I die. Humans don't run when family is in danger. And now she is my family too." The words shocked even him. Family. That's what it felt like now. Through the bond he could feel the girl's fear, her hope, her trust in him. He could not walk away from that. The commander's laughter cut through the air. Brave words from a fragile human. Let us test them. He raised his hand and the soldiers charged. The woman swung her silver blade, striking the first soldier down in a flash of light. Adam raised his arms and a shield of silver energy burst outward, blocking the enemy blasts. The ground cracked under the force, but the shield held. Adam's heart raced. His body trembled, but the bond fed him strength. Each time he thought he would collapse, the girl's spirit pushed through him, steadying his arms, fueling his fight. One soldier leapt at him with a plasma blade. Adam caught it in his glowing hands. The blade hissed, sparks flying. The soldier snarled, pushing down with all his strength. Adam roared, forcing the weapon aside, then struck with a burst of light that sent the soldier flying backward. The other soldiers hesitated. For the first time, they saw a human standing against them like one of the alien warriors. The woman fought at Adam's side, her blade cutting through armor with fierce precision. She shouted over the clash of battle. The bond is growing stronger. You are fighting like one of us. Adam gritted his teeth. No, I'm fighting like a human. He spun, blocking another blast with his arm, then sending the energy back in a wave that knocked 3 soldiers off their feet. His chest burned, but he pushed through the pain. He had made his choice, but the enemy did not break. More soldiers poured forward. Adam and the woman fought desperately, but for every soldier they struck down, 2 more came. The commander stepped closer, his burning eyes fixed on Adam. Impressive. But let us see how long your human spirit lasts. He raised his massive weapon and fired. A beam of crimson energy tore through the battlefield. Adam threw up his hands, summoning all his strength. Silver light erupted from his body, colliding with the beam. The air cracked, sparks flying in every direction. The force slammed into Adam's chest. He stumbled, his knees buckling. The bond screamed inside him. The girl cried out, falling to her knees. Adam felt her pain as if it were his own. No, the woman shouted, trying to shield them. But the commander's power was too strong. Adam gasped, sweat pouring down his face. His arms shook violently. I can't hold it. Then he heard it, soft inside his mind. You are not alone. The girl's voice. Clear, strong, Adam's eyes widened. He felt her presence surge through him, not just fear, but courage. Her small hands glowed with silver light as she pressed them to the ground. Through the bond, she gave him her strength, her life force, her will. Energy exploded around them. Adam stood tall, the silver light brighter than ever, pushing the crimson beam back. The commander snarled, his weapon trembling under the force. The woman gasped in awe. She is giving you her power. Adam roared, his voice echoing through the night. With one final push, the silver light shattered the commander's beam, blasting it apart. The ground shook, smoke rising into the sky. The battlefield fell silent. Soldiers staggered back, stunned by what they had seen. The commander's armor smoked, but he still stood, his burning eyes filled with fury. So the bond has awakened. Human and air, joined as one. Dangerous, very dangerous. Adam staggered, his chest heaving, his body aching. But he stood tall, silver light still glowing faintly in his veins. The girl stumbled to her feet, her small hand still glowing, her eyes fixed on the commander with quiet defiance. The woman stood between them, blade ready. We will not run. Not anymore. The commander's lips curled into a cruel smile. Good. Then I will crush you here and now. He lifted his weapon and his soldiers roared, preparing for another attack. Adam's body trembled, but his spirit burned brighter than ever. He had made his choice. He was no longer just a doctor on a lonely outpost. He was bound to them. He was their shield. Whatever came next, he would not let them fall. The screen fades to black. The battlefield glowed with smoke and fire. The commander stood tall, his armor cracked but still burning with power. His soldiers formed a circle, their weapons raised, but none dared step forward until he gave the order. Adam's chest rose and fell with heavy breaths. His fist glowed faint silver, faint but steady. The alien woman gripped her blade, her body shaking from exhaustion, but her eyes burned with defiance. The girl stood close to Adam, her small hands glowing, her silver eyes locked on the commander. The commander's voice rumbled like thunder. You should have run, human. You could have lived. Now you will die with them. Adam clenched his fist tighter. His body ached, his strength fading, but the bond burned within him like a second heartbeat. He looked at the girl. She looked back, her tiny face pale but fearless. Through the bond, he felt her spirit, fragile yet unbroken. He whispered, his voice hoarse but firm. "We stand together, always." The commander raised his massive weapon. The air crackled with crimson energy. "Then together you will fall." With a roar, he unleashed a storm of power. The crimson blast lit up the night, shaking the ground. Adam stepped forward, shielding the woman and the girl. He raised his arms, calling on every drop of strength left inside him. Silver light erupted from his body, clashing with the crimson wave. The air screamed with energy, sparks flying in every direction. The woman shouted, her voice desperate. "Adam, you cannot hold it alone." The girl's voice rang inside his mind, strong and clear. "I am with you." Her hands glowed brighter, silver light flowing into Adam through the bond. His body surged with power, but the pain was unbearable. His veins burned, his bones felt like they would shatter. He screamed, but he held the line. The commander stepped forward, his weapon pouring more power into the blast. His laughter echoed over the battlefield. "You cannot win. You are only human." Adam's knees buckled. His vision blurred. He was slipping. Then he remembered her words, the alien woman's desperate plea when they first met. Humans endure. Adam gritted his teeth. His voice shook, but his heart was unyielding. "You're wrong. I am human, and that's why I will win." With a roar, he pushed forward. The silver light flared, brighter than ever before, blasting back the commander's crimson storm. The ground cracked, rocks splitting under the force. The commander staggered, his armor sparking. Rage burned in his eyes. "Impossible." Adam stepped forward, his body glowing like a living flame. But he knew the truth, his strength was not endless. The bond gave him power, but it also drained him. His heart pounded like a drum about to break. He turned his head, looking at the woman and the girl. They were everything now, his family, his purpose. Without them, the galaxy would lose its last hope. Without them, he had no reason to fight. He made his choice. Adam placed his glowing hand on the girl's shoulder. The bond flared like fire. He felt his life rushing into her, his strength flowing through the thread that tied them. The woman gasped. "Adam, what are you doing?" Adam's voice was weak but calm. "She needs more than I do. She is the future." "I'm just the shield." The girl's eyes widened in horror. "No, if you give too much, you will die." Adam smiled faintly, though pain tore through his body. "Humans endure, but sometimes we endure by giving everything." The silver light erupted. The girl's body shone brighter, her small frame trembling as power filled her veins. She screamed, her voice echoing with strength not her own. The commander raised his weapon for one final strike, but it was too late. The girl rose into the air, her silver light blazing like a star. Her voice rang out, not just in sound, but in every mind present. "Enough!" She unleashed a wave of pure energy. The soldiers were thrown back, their weapons shattering. The commander staggered, his armor cracking apart. He roared in fury as the light tore through him, burning away his strength. With one final scream, the commander fell to his knees. His weapon crumbled to dust. His burning eyes dimmed. He collapsed, defeated. The battlefield fell silent. Smoke drifted. The enemy soldiers, broken and leaderless, fled into the night. The alien woman caught her sister as she landed, her silver glow fading. Tears ran down her cheeks as she whispered, "You did it. You saved us." But then she looked up, her joy fading into fear. Adam lay on the ground, his body still glowing faintly. His breaths were shallow, weak. His skin flickered with silver lines, the same marks as the girl's. He smiled faintly, his voice almost gone. "She's safe. That's all that matters." The girl crawled to him, tears streaming down her face. She held his hand tightly. "Don't leave me, please. You are part of me now." The woman's voice broke. "You gave her too much. Your life is fading." Adam coughed weakly, but his eyes shone with peace. "Maybe, but look at her. She's alive. That's enough." The girl pressed her forehead to his. Through the bond, she poured her strength back into him. The silver glow pulsed between them. The woman gasped. "She is saving him, just as he saved her." Adam's chest rose sharply. His breath steadied. The silver lines across his skin brightened, then faded into his veins. His eyes opened, glowing faintly. He was alive, but something was different. He felt it. He was no longer fully human. His body hummed with alien energy, his soul tied forever to the girl. He sat up slowly, looking at his hands, glowing faintly in the moonlight. His voice was quiet, shaken. "What am I now?" The woman held her sister close, her eyes filled with both gratitude and fear. You are no longer only human. You are something new. The girl squeezed his hand, her silver eyes soft. You are part of me, and I am part of you. Adam stared at the sky where the enemy ships had fled into the darkness. He felt the bond inside him unbreakable. The war was not over. This was only the beginning. The screen fades to black.